A large part of society seems to be based on a scarcity mentality. The scarcity paradigm claims that there is not enough for everyone. This way of thinking gives rise to fear and competition for money and material goods. Many conflicts and wars arise from this belief that there isn't enough. As a result, people believe they need to fight others just to have a bit of comfort. From this battle comes unfair competition and all kinds of dishonesty, where each individual wants to secure their own. This is a fear that inhabits the collective unconscious and leads people to act negatively. It is a subtle fear. Most people are probably not even aware that they act based on it. Despite being subtle, its effect is very powerful. Another consequence of the scarcity paradigm is guilt about having money. Perhaps you feel this or know someone who feels this burden. This feeling arises because the person, consciously or unconsciously, thinks that for them to have money, others must lose it, and this creates a sense of guilt. Thoughts like, how can I have all this while others suffer in poverty? Guilt leads to self-sabotage. The person finds a way not to be successful. They may also find a way to lose what they've gained to get rid of the guilt. They might achieve success, but feel deeply unhappy because the guilt is constantly weighing on their mind. The scarcity mentality can be very painful for the individual, as well as creating unnecessary fear, anxiety, and despair. An abundance mentality, on the other hand, says that there are always new chances and opportunities, and that there is more than enough for everyone to live a full and prosperous life. This relieves much of the pressure you may feel if you have a scarcity mindset that makes you think you only have one shot now, or that makes you feel like an absolute failure, just because you stumbled and things didn't work out. An abundance mentality can help you improve your performance, as by adopting it, you create much less pressure and anxiety within your own mind. Creating an abundance mentality. Look for the symptoms of a scarcity mentality. If you have a scarcity mindset, you'll probably take things too seriously. You might think to yourself, if I fail, my world will end. But it won't, and you know that. You just need to remind yourself. But you think it will, and you start getting overly nervous, and boom. You've attracted that failure because your negativity became an obstacle in your path to success. If it's an exam, then you may not be able to sleep and will perform poorly. If it's a date, you may come across as too needy and nervous and fail to show a more natural, relaxed personality. Regain your strength by remembering all the opportunities that have been offered to you and know that everything is a flow that will always continue. Focus on abundance, not on lack. What you focus on will be what you see in your world. Since you can't absorb everything around you, your reticular activating system, your mind's focusing system, will concentrate on what your thoughts are focused on. This will allow you to see the abundance in your world, which you might be missing at the moment. If, for example, you are feeling a lack of money, don't focus on the lack. Focus and think about the abundance of possibilities in the world to make money. Soon, ideas and opportunities for this to happen will start to appear in your world. It's almost strange how things with solutions for you, perhaps books or acquaintances, have always been there in the background for a long time, and then one day, they suddenly land in your hands. Appreciate. A quick way to reverse the very normal habit of thinking about what you don't have is simply to appreciate. Appreciate your food, your life, your roof, your friends and family, and so on. This can not only turn a bad mood into a positive one within minutes, but can also help you notice the opportunities you missed or forgot about. This change in thinking will also create a more open energy within you, a vibration that will make it easier to focus on abundance. So, develop the habit of appreciating something in your life for a few minutes every day. Get organized. When you don't feel abundant or good about yourself or life in general, it may mean that things just aren't in order. Keep your house clean, your clothes folded, your digital files in place, and your finances organized. Have a bit of order and discipline, and you will start to see results. Get abundance vibes from others. Since you receive a scarcity mindset through advertising and the media, you can change those inputs and thus change your mindset. Reduce your time watching the news, reduce your consumption of TV and media, and that's it. Replace the scarcity energy you receive from these sources. Spend more time with people who have an abundance mentality. Read, listen to, and watch personal development materials. Read success stories in books and magazines. Have a positive attitude towards the abundance and success of your friends, family, and coworkers. Be selective about what you put in your mind. Create your own environment of abundance. Share the wealth. A good way to recognize how much you have is by sharing. Do you feel like you're not earning enough money? Give some of it away. Or that you don't have enough love? Give some of it. Don't have enough validation, appreciation, or recognition? Give all of that to others. It's hard to feel like something is lacking when you're giving that very thing to others. Create win-win situations. People with a scarcity mentality tend to see every relationship as a win-lose scenario, like, it's either you or me, and I'd prefer it to be me. On the other hand, people with an abundance mentality try to create mutually beneficial relationships where both parties can win. Instead of winning an argument, for example, try to reach a consensus where both will be happy. Instead of competing, collaborate. Remember, it's very easy to slip back into your old thinking patterns. You simply forget what you should really be focusing on. A useful tool to avoid getting off track is to use external reminders. You could, for example, use written notes placed in spots you can't help but see several times a day: your workspace, fridge, and mirrors, or wear a bracelet on your wrist. Seeing words or quotes that remind you of your new abundance mindset can help your mind return to the correct mental space again. When you face your greatest loss, you may find your greatest opportunity. If you've lost your job and are about to lose your home, you can sell anything you don't like, want, or need immediately to reduce your physical possessions. This means fewer things to move, so starting over might just be in the place you've always wanted to live. You have to find a way to make a living, so you might start something you've always wanted to do instead of just looking for a job, any job. Aim high. These crises are the points in life where everything you've held onto can be left behind, and moving towards something better than you've ever had will make any sacrifice worth it. It's very different from being mediocre and thinking small because you're just starting, or adopting a reduced lifestyle, which is sometimes seen as failure. Use the chance to give yourself something that money can't buy, like time, creativity, and freedom. Clear your memories and cancel your scarcity thoughts to let energies of strength, capability, and personal power flow. Want to know more about this memory clearing? In the description of this video, we've left a link to another video on our channel where we teach a centuries-old technique that helps unblock the fears that prevent you from being even happier. You have the power of choice, and you can decide which thoughts, feelings, and actions you want to feed in your life.